My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I welcome you to my YouTube station. They're fast, short, to the point. Me and my M&M man gives you a thumbs up. By the way, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. I do try to give you the inside scoop and the skinny about Internal Revenue Service. Being a former IRS agent, I think everyone needs to be on a level playing field. So by giving you this information, I gotta write that down. I actually write. We all deserve a level playing field. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to talk to you today about how to reconstruct your tax return if you've lost the records. As a former agent, I would go out and I would try to collect tax returns from people, and they said, "Well, gee, we don't have any records, so well, how am I going to file?" Let me just give you some tips. There's a lot of things that you can do, but basically, if you go to your bank records, you can reconstruct your tax returns from your bank records. You're probably going to know what the expenses were. You look at your deposits. You can just check that for income. Let's say, oh, okay, well, I don't have that. Everything was in cash. Well, if everything really is in cash, what I would do is I'd do what's called a cost of living analysis. I would ask you how much your rent and mortgage is, and let's say your rent or mortgage was 2,000. The ratio to rent and mortgage and what people live on are usually 3 to 1. So if you had rent or a mortgage of $2,000, it cost you about $6,000 to really live. So I check bank statements, I do a COLA, I take a current financial statement, and I would ask you for 2 or 3 years or 4 years, whenever you didn't file, is just to give me a financial statement for each one of those years. I could pull credit card information. There's a lot of things that you can do to reconstruct your return. IRS is always going to look to bank statements. They will always look to what you've charged, and they'll always do a cost of living analysis on where you live. I'll give you a brief example on how someone who owned a Subway just tried to go ahead and try to skunk me completely and says, I don't know. I went into the Subway dealer. I says, hey, how much did you go ahead and make and earn? He says, I don't know. I says, you take a guess. I says, well, okay, I can figure all that out probably just by summoning some information from two vendors, and I'll reconstruct your tax return. He says, well, go do it. So I went ahead and summoned his bread order and his cup order. I took about a 20% throwaway factor. I figured the average sandwich was $6, the average beverage was 2, and I looked and just added up how many subs he sold minus 20%, how many drinks he sold minus 20%. I come real close to the reconstruction. So all you have to do is contact someone smart, someone knows what they're doing, but the cost of living analysis never lies. Where you lived and what your personal expenses are is the amount of income that you lived on. Nothing's perfect, but that's the best way to determine it. Please subscribe to my channel and like it. I appreciate you.